Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Antonia's Bat Mitzvah service. We are so glad you're here today to celebrate with Antonia as she becomes Bat Mitzvah. Yes! I already like this congregation. The word mitzvah, you've probably heard that word before. You do something nice and someone says, oh, that was a mitzvah. Well, it's part of the meaning. In Hebrew, mitzvah actually means commandment. We have to do these things. In the Torah, which is the holy Jewish book from which Antonia will read today, there are 613 commandments. That is a lot of rules. Do not worry. You do not have to sign anything today that says you will follow all of them. I promise. As Bat Mitzvah, Antonia is becoming another keeper of these commandments. Someone who considers them, questions them, and finds the meaning in them in her life each day. In Hebrew, the word for joy or celebration is simcha. Today is a very special simcha. At the same time, it is a time when the Jewish people are hurting deeply. Our hearts are breaking for our people and for the land of Israel, our homeland. We may be feeling angry, afraid, confused, lost, sad. And that is all the more reason for us to gather together today with great simcha for this great simcha. We are celebrating Antonia's show of love and pride for her Judaism and her commitment to continuing to find ways to welcome it into her life. That is beautiful. All of us here today, Antonia's family and friends, are blessed to join with her in honoring this ancient tradition as she makes it her own. To come together in meaningful ritual during difficult times has been the Jewish way throughout history. It sustains us, it connects us, it moves us forward. We keep being Jewish in our own unique and special ways that evolve as we do. Thank you so much to Antonia and the Vogel family for sharing their Jewish tradition with us all today and creating even more sparks of light in this world. You don't have to know anything about a bat mitzvah to be a part of Antonia's community today. Well, except what it means, because I told you in the beginning, just if you were paying attention. Daughter of the commandments, it's okay. So we are all an important part of this service. Antonia needs our participation and potentially someone to hold the pages. But we'll ask them. Thank you, Steve. And so here are some of the ways we can participate. We can listen. We can join in with songs and prayers if we know them. And if we don't, we can la la la, we can hum, we can clap. Let's practice this whole participation community thing right away with our first song called Hine Ma Tov, which celebrates how good it is for us to all be here together at this special moment. So it's a call and response song. So Antonia and I are going to sing a line, and then you're going to repeat it back. Rinse and repeat. Okay. Ready? How good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is. Now we're all going to say to be together on this day. To be together on this day. How good it is. How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov, umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. Umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. Thank you all. I would like to now invite Antonia's aunt, Kate Vogel, and cousin Eliana Hentoff to join us for a reading.
One song can spark a moment.
One flower can wake the dream.
One tree can start a forest.
One bird can herald spring.
One smile begins a friendship.
One hand clap lifts a soul.
One star can guide a ship at sea.
One word can frame the goal.
One vote can change a nation.
One sunbeam lights a room.
One candle wipes out darkness.
One laugh will conquer gloom.
One step must start each journey.
One word must start each prayer.
One hope will raise our spirits.
One touch can show you care.
One voice can speak with wisdom.
One heart can know what's true.
One life can make the difference.
You see, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
We will now begin our tefillah, our main prayer service. Prayer is an opportunity to think about ideas that are important to us, to appreciate our blessings, to connect to our deepest hopes, and then send energy towards their realization. We will begin with the prayers Adonai, Sifatai, and Baruch, which help wake us up to prayer that is authentic from the truth of our hearts. Adonai, Sifatai Tifta, Ufi Tehilatacha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your glory. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. The next prayers, the Shema and Ve'ahavta, speak to the oneness of God and of all people. If we are all one, we must let that inform the way we move through the world and impart our wisdom and love to the next generations. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Hashem, Kivod Malchuto, Le'olam va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. The words of our next prayer are found in the Torah at the end of the Passover story, when the enslaved Israelites finally escape and reach the safety of shore. They sing their gratitude to God for helping lead them to freedom and rejoice in their chance for a new beginning. It's a good one for clapping. Our next prayer is the Avot V'Imahot, which helps us remember and honor our ancestors. Especially in moments like this, we think of those who came before us, those in our family and our community and around the world, whose ideas and actions inspire us and pave the way for us to follow our dreams. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Koneh HaKol, v'Zocher Hastei Avot v'Imahot, u'mevii gula livnei b'neihem, leman shemo v'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah. It is now time for our Torah service. As I mentioned before, the Torah is our holy book containing commandments, as well as stories of the Jewish people, from which we can learn many lessons still important today. As part of becoming Bat Mitzvah, Antonia will chant from this week's portion of the Torah and then teach us about it. At this time, I would like to call up Antonia's brother Maxwell to bring her the Torah and the talit Antonia will wear for this special moment. A talit is a prayer shawl. Thank you, Maxwell. Do you want to help us and take it out? This is a full service.
Maybe drape it over. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to help. So you're going to show us. So this is a talit. And these little fringes. Wait, I love it. We're going to just say the prayer super quick. So on here is a prayer. And we're going to say it together. You can say it with us too. You know it. Well, you could be like the leader with me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam,
Eloheinu melech haolam,
asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav,
asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav,
v'tzivanu,
v'tzivanu,
v'hitatef,
v'hitatef,
b'tzitzit. I don't know if anyone knows what the Torah portion is, but it's you find out it's a little on the nose. For the first Aliyah, I would like to call up Antonia's grandparents, aunts, and cousin, Michael and Joyce Koplik, Catherine Griffin, Michelle Koplik, Jessica Hentoff, and Liam Griffin. Amen.
Amen. Ela totov Noah, Noah ish sadik, tamim haya bidratav, ata Elohim hitalech Noah, violet Noah shalosha vanim, at Shem, at Ham, ve'et Yafet. Vatishahet ha'aretz lifnei ha'Elohim, vatimalei ha'aretz hamas. Vayar Elohim et ha'aretz v'hinei nishata, ki hishit kol basar et darko al ha'aretz. Vayomer Elohim lenoah, k'et kol basar ba'lefanai, ki malah ha'aretz hamas mipnehem, v'hineni mashitam et ha'aretz. Aseh leha teva atse gofer, kinim ta'aseh et ha'teva, ve'hafartauta mibait umihutz ba'kofer. V'zeh asher ta'aseh ota shalosh me'ot amah. Ora ha'teva hamishim amah rahba, ushloshim amah komata. Zohar ta'aseh la'teva, ve'elama tehalena milmala, ufeta ha'teva b'tzidat ta'asim, tahtim shenim, ushlishim ta'aseh.
call up Antonia's family. Matt, Abigail, and Madison.
I'm ready. Baruch et Adonai Hamorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamorah Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamorah Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Va'ani hineni levi et hamabul mayim al ha'aretz l'shahit kol basar asher bo ruach hayim mitahat hashamayim kol asher ba'aretz yivah. Vahakimoti et briti ita uvata el hateva ata uvanaha uvishaha ujevanaha ita umiko hahai miko basar shenayim miko tavi el hateva
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah temet. V'hayeo tamnata b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
It is my honor to now, for the final Aliyah, call Antonia to the Torah for the first time as Bat Mitzvah. Ta'amor, ta'amor, kochava bat Avigail Lea v'Matisyahu, habat Mitzvah. Baruch Adonai Hamorah Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamorah Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Meha'od leminahu. Umin ha'behema. Lemina mikol. Ramas ha'adama. Leminehu. Shenayim mikol. Yavo'u eleha lehahayot. Vaya'ah ve'atah kach lecha. Mikol ma'ahav asher ye'aheyo. V'asafta elaha. V'haya lecha elahem le'achla. Vaya'as Noah kechol asher tziva'oto. Elohim
Kein asa.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah emet. V'hayei olam natan b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Simmon dove, Simmon dove, mazel tov, mazel tov, Simmon dove, mazel tov, mazel tov, Simmon dove, Elanu. Mazel tov, Antonia. This day is a celebration of a great deal of study and work on your part to prepare for this service. I know I don't tell you that. But it is not an ending. It is a marker on your journey, a new beginning, one in which you get to be in the driver's seat a little bit more. With your Judaism, not a car yet, your parents have a little more time for that one. But you get to really start thinking about how you want to be Jewish. Celebrating the Jewish parts of yourself can add so much to your life. Community, creativity, purpose, connection, and opportunities to be and bring about the change you want to see in the world. Being Jewish is beautiful. It's a gift. And you have nurtured that gift with your hard work and dedication during this process. Your Hebrew name is Kochava, meaning star. Like your name, you are a light that shines bright. You are thoughtful and insightful, kind and funny. You rise to a challenge, and you are always open to new ideas. I'm so proud of you, and I hope that you are proud of you. Mazel tov. Antonia will now give us a teaching on her Torah portion. After all, she did chant it in Hebrew, which was amazing, right? How amazing. Yes. But we really want to know what she said, so she's going to tell us.
The parashah I read from the Torah today tells the story of Noah's Ark. The events of this portion take place not too long after the world is created. The people are not acting well and they are being rude to each other. They are treating the earth poorly and disaffectionately. God feels disrespected and mistreated because they are acting this way, and God decides to send a flood to destroy the earth. Before sending the flood, God tells Noah to build an ark with space for 2 of each animal and his family. Noah agrees and tells his family, builds the ark, and collects the animals, but he doesn't let the people of the town know. The flood comes and the world is destroyed, but Noah, the animals, and his family are saved and start a new world.
That's much longer.
When I heard this story, I wondered why Noah was the one who was chosen. Why not anyone else? The Torah tells us one thing about why Noah was chosen. My portion starts with the words, "This is Noah's chronicle." Noah was a righteous man. In his generation, he was above reproach. Noah walked with God. I think being righteous means you are a good person who is nice and treats the world with kindness. A righteous person helps others before themselves. When I think of righteous people, I think of 2 people I read about this year. The first is Malala Yousafzai. As a young girl growing up in Pakistan, Malala fought for girls' education when the Taliban banned girls from going to school. Even when the Taliban threatened her and tried to silence her, she not only kept protesting, but she also became a worldwide voice so girls can have an education. She wanted an education for herself, but she also really wanted to help all of the girls in Pakistan get an education. Another very righteous person who I learned about is Meep Geese, who risked her life to help hide Anne Frank and her family during the Holocaust. Meep put all of her effort into helping the Franks so much even though she could have gotten punished severely if the Nazis caught her. They are both people who made the choice to keep going and help others even when they could have gotten hurt. These 2 people are very different. Meep is very shy and does a quiet kind of helping, but Malala is very outgoing and will say whatever she wants when she wants. Is every righteous person righteous in their own way? The Torah says Noah was a righteous person. I personally think he was and wasn't. If there was a scale of 10 being the most righteous and 1 being the least, he would be a 5. I put him at 5 because he did things like build the ark, which started the new world. When God approached Noah and told him to build the ark, he did it, even though it probably wasn't easy or fun. It also probably didn't smell very good with all those animals after 40 days and 40 nights. Noah did it anyway because he wanted to help God. As I defined earlier, to me, a righteous person is someone who tries to help others before themselves. Noah wasn't focused on helping himself, he was focused on helping God. It was not easy or enjoyable for him, but he did it because he thought it was the right thing to do. I do think Noah was a righteous person, but he could have done better in the situation. When God came to Noah and told him about the flood, Noah could have warned the people in the town to be prepared, and they might have stayed alive. Noah helped God, the animals, and the future people in the new world, but he didn't help the people already living. We don't know if Noah was scared to say no to God or if he was scared of the flood and was being selfish and wanted to stay alive. Nobody knows if the people would have listened to Noah, but at least he could have tried. Noah didn't set out to put himself first. What he also didn't do is look for a way to help others. I think a righteous person looks to help others by keeping their eyes and ears open to problems and trying their best to solve them. In our community, people do a lot of things to help others. We contribute to the food pantry, where people who need food can get it at no cost. There's the Bridgehampton Community Center, where kids go after school, and there are counselors who help them do their homework and take care of them. There's also Hampton's Community Outreach, where people are helped to find homes and receive their house necessities. Everybody in the community tries to help people, which is a righteous act, but we can always do more. We can do what Noah didn't do and put in our most effort to help everyone by telling the people the problem and including them in what we are doing to help. If somebody was new to the town and didn't know about the food pantry, you could tell them and more people would have food. And that person could then help stock the shelves, buy food and donate it, or give the pantry money to buy food. Then they could tell their friend or family member about it and they would help too. Does everyone know what the game telephone is? In the game of telephone, there is a group of people, and the first person makes up a sentence, then each person whispers a sentence to the next person, and then the last person says it to see if it's the same. Spoiler alert, it's never the same. Also, in dance, we play a version of telephone where everyone is in a line, and the first person does a dance move, and the next person passes it on, trying to do the same. By the time the last person in the line does the move, it's usually totally different than the first person, and we all laugh about it. In these examples, it is all fun and funny. Sometimes it's not so funny. One friend tells another friend a story, then the friend tells her friend, and so on. Now the whole school knows. Even worse than that, the story got changed along the way, and it isn't true. These are all examples of what can happen when we use our voice. In these examples, it can be good, bad, or silly. What we gain from this is talking and listening. You have to learn when to listen and when to talk. You might be thinking, Antonia, what does this have to do with righteousness in this Torah story? When you want to help in the most righteous way possible, you need to listen to the people you are helping, because what if they need help in a certain way, but you don't listen so you do the wrong thing? You might still be helping, but you want to do it in the most helpful way. When I was little, I used to read the book Amelia Bedelia. She took things literally. For example, when someone told her to draw the curtains, they meant for her to close them, but she would draw pictures on the curtains. When she was told to dress the chicken, meaning getting it ready to cook, she dressed the chicken in clothes. Sometimes listening is all you need to do to help. When I'm upset, all I need is someone to listen to me and I feel better. What if Noah listened to God like a friend? I think God was hurt and didn't know what to do, so God sent the flood. Maybe if God had been heard, God wouldn't have sent it. Noah could have also used his voice to tell the people in the town the flood was coming. As I said before, they might have not listened to Noah, but we can't control the outcome, we can only control our own voice. If they didn't listen, he would still know he tried. I do think it's righteous to try, even if people are against you. Noah also could have talked to God and tried to convince God not to send the flood. That would have been righteous because he was convincing God to do the right thing. It's righteous to help others be righteous. Sometimes you need help to make the right decision. Studying for my bat mitzvah has been really hard, interesting, and sometimes fun. It wasn't so fun studying over the summer, but I got through it thanks to Rebecca, who has been working with me for almost a year. She has been really patient with me. I also have some other people to thank. First of all, not my brother. No offense, but he was really annoying during the process. He was always showering with his music blasting, and I don't think that really helped me focus. I have to thank my mom who helped me write this speech. She also helped plan a really fun party that's coming up soon. Then my dad, he helped with my speech as well. In the morning before he left for work, he always made me go to the living room and read my speech to him. It was annoying, but it helped. And last but not least, I would like to thank everyone who came today and made my day so special.
Yes. What an amazing, amazing teaching. Thank you, Antonia. I would now like to welcome Antonia's family, Abigail, Matt, and Maxwell, to say a few words.
Oh, wait. I'm going master.
Oh, can you sit when you're done, or do you want to sit in? Let's sit.
Hello? You all hear me?
Settle in, everybody.
I shortened this part of it.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Okay, can you all hear me in the back? Yeah? All right. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Steve. And thank you all for coming and bearing the elements to celebrate this amazing young woman who is not even paying attention to me. Let's give it up for Antonia one more time. Okay. I want to give extra special thanks to Abigail for helping me plan this whole event. I'm kidding. Abigail, of course, along with Antonia, deserves all the credit for today. And aside from all the bat mitzvah planning, which she did work tirelessly on, Abigail does so much for our family each and every day. And I know sometimes it seems like we take it for granted. We don't. I hope you know how much we appreciate you and how much we love you. I also want to give a shout out to Maxwell for being an awesome big brother. Yes, you do blast your music way too loud, which is super annoying to your family and probably to many of our neighbors as well. But at the end of the day, you and your sister always have each other's backs, and nothing makes me happier than watching you laugh and play together, even if your card games inevitably end with one of you throwing all the cards in the other's face and all over the living room floor. I know that's just a sign of affection. So I want to give you all a sense of the kind of relationship I have with my beautiful daughter, Antonia. From my end, it's really quite simple to describe. Whenever I see Antonia, I usually have the same reaction. I find myself just smiling at her and wanting to wrap her in hugs. It's true, and you all can understand that. You know how adorable she is. And I'm just so proud of her. But her reaction to me is a little different. Quite regularly, my sweet Antonia likes to make fun of me and mock me, which, by the way, is something that some of my oldest and dearest friends also do. You know who you are, but that's a different story. And just a few of Antonia's favorite targets are my hair. That's an easy one, right? My wrinkly skin. For those who don't know, Antonia has an elaborate multi-step skincare regimen, which clearly works very well for her, but I don't think would work quite as well for me. My preachy lectures, which she can recite word for word and often does when mocking me, though I'm not sure she fully appreciates the wisdom in those words. My dance moves, which will be on full display in a little while, I promise, and you will all see that clearly Antonia does not get her dance talent from me. My musical taste. Antonia actually shares a birthday with my guy, Bruce Springsteen. And I've been trying to make her a fan for years, but I think it's safe to say she prefers Taylor Swift, especially after I took her to a Bruce concert this summer, and he didn't even play the one song she actually likes. And finally, Antonia likes to make fun of my fashion sense, which she generally finds lacking. So for her bat mitzvah, I think I stepped it up a bit, and I'm hoping you'll give me a little love for my cool shoes with the pink bottoms. You will see when we go inside, they match the decor. Good, Antonia? You like my look? Okay. So it's been a bit of a busy and stressful time for our family leading up to this day, but fortunately, Antonia, you have that calm demeanor and low maintenance, easygoing personality, which begs the question, are we sure you're a Vogel? But I never doubted you would do great today, and I think it was so fitting that you spoke to us about caring for others. Because of all your amazing qualities and talents, what I admire most is your kindness and your care for others. I know it's cliche to say that, but in your case, it's absolutely true and always has been. Back in 3rd grade, you had a classmate who was different, who struggled with some of the things that come easily to you and other kids. Your teacher told us that you were so attentive and helpful to her that it was like having another teacher in the classroom. And I remember at your year-end show how you sang and danced without missing a beat, while at the same time you gently guided your friend around the stage in the most sweet and unobtrusive way. You were doing your thing while you were helping someone else, and I'm sure you never gave it a second thought. It came very naturally to you, but I can tell you, your mom and I were beaming with pride. And I see you display that same kindness all the time. I see it in the way you support your friends, in the way you celebrate their successes as much as your own, be it at dance competitions or sporting events. And I'm just so impressed by your kindness, your empathy, and the way you treat others. All right, I'm getting the hook here. It's freezing. I could go on and on, but I'm freezing. And Antonia's been looking forward to this party for a very, very long time, so I will finish by saying thank you, Antonia, for bringing so much light, laughter, and joy into our lives, and for being the best daughter a dad could ever dream of having. I'm so proud of you, and I love you so, so much. Mazel tov. Sorry.
Hi. Yeah, that was long and funny. Mine is not going to be funny and hopefully not that long. Antonia, she's really going to kill me. Like Taylor Swift said, you have a smile that can light up, it's so cheesy. You have a smile that can light up this whole room, and you just did. This town, I'm sorry. You have okay. I'm going to start again. Taylor Swift said, you have a smile that can light up this whole town, and you just did. I have so many things to say about my incredibly fabulous daughter, but I will keep it short and sweet, I promise. First of all, as Rebecca said, your Hebrew name is Kohava, which means star, and you lived up to that today and every day. Tunes, your speech was beyond my expectations. I loved your insightful analysis of Noah. You taught me so much, and there were so many life lessons that I need to be reminded of on a daily basis, like listening and hearing and being conscientious. I love that every day you work hard and you challenge yourself and accomplish so much. All of that was evident today, Antonia. It's not what you did today, it's how you've been preparing for today. Your hard work and your dedication. She often and her independence. She shuts the door to the room when I eavesdrop and says, "I've got this, Mom," with a very Abigail eye roll when I try to help. It's been a long process of studying for your Torah portion and learning your Hebrew. And Maxwell's had it. And you did it all with grace and patience. And we all know that I tend to get emotional, so I'm going to leave it there and tell Antonia all the other things that I feel later on. But you bring so much to our family of four on a daily basis. Most of us, I think, who know us know that the four of us, can be a lot. Some of us tend to bicker. Some of us tend to argue. Some of us tend to debate about everything under the sun. And there's often a voice of reason and calmness and someone who says, enough. Antonia is the voice of reason, and she's the one who suggests we come up with a solution or move on. Antonia, when you were first born, I remember your rosy pink cheeks and your deep thinking eyes, and I knew I had a wise human with a beautiful soul. Those deep thinking eyes still look at me every day with more wisdom. Antonia, you are so many things all the time. You are smart and funny. You are sweet and compassionate. You are opinionated and strong-willed. And you are sympathetic and thoughtful. And all of these characteristics make you the powerful, now woman, that I'm honored and blessed to call my daughter. On a personal note, I know she's done. On a personal note, she helps me in a lot of ways. She helps me, like Matt said, with our aging skincare, with my fashion. She's one of my 2 fashion consultants. She's not so patient when it comes to, this is pretty appropriate, with helping me with my makeup and hair. She can't believe how far I've gotten in life with having absolutely no idea how to do either one of those things. Yeah, all of her friends know that also. We do have a lot of fun driving that we do all the time, and when we drive, we often listen to music. My artist of choice is more often than not the Grateful Dead. Notice, sorry Sarah, not Dead and Co. He who must not be named is no longer allowed to be played in my car due to his treatment of our other artist of choice, Taylor Swift. So Tune, step right out. I'm kidding. Don't worry, I won't start to sing, but I will say that our car time listening to music, where our conversations range from current events, silly stories, to silly and profound discussions, are some of my most favorite and treasured moments. I have it. Antonia, your wit and your intelligence and your kind heart make you a force to be reckoned with. I know, I'm done, almost. Before I end, I have a couple of quick thanks to Matt. I mean, Matt said a lot of nice things about me, and in typical fashion, I'm going to say to Matt for being Matt and for being a loving husband and father. I'll tell him all those other nice things that I have to say about him later. And to Maxwell for being an amazing and very loving son and brother. To Rebecca for being an incredible Hebrew tutor, for being inspiring and thoughtful, and an amazing teacher. And to Steve for his beautiful voice, his talented guitar playing, and his all-around menshiness. And to all of you who have made the time and space to be with us today. Antonia, I'm always by your side, no matter what, wherever you go and wherever life takes you. You'll always have my love and support. And I love that I get to be your mom and that I get to watch you blossom and grow into the incredible person that you are becoming.
Hi everyone. I'm Maxwell. So To start, Antonia, over the years, I've had many memories with you, whether they be vacations, surfing with you, fighting with you, or like Dad said, even pursuing one of our favorite pastimes, making fun of him. Even if his speech was really long and annoying, that just gives us another thing to make fun of now. You are kind, funny, and sometimes annoying, but that's okay because at the end of the day, we'll always make up our fights. During vacations, if the waves are small, we always find a way to make fun with them and try new tricks by like jumping onto each other's surfboards and stuff like that. Now enough about that. Let's all take a moment to recognize what a great job Antonia just did. She worked with resilience and determination, and we can all say that that work paid off. This day marks a new chapter in your life, and I know that these next stages of your life may be daunting, but I want to remind you that if you strive to do something, I know you will make it happen. Now, let's get to celebrating L'chaim.
Hey, L'chaim indeed. So, would the family, Maxwell, stay? We're going to sing the Shehecheanu prayer, which expresses our deep gratitude for being able to be here together in this moment. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheanu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheanu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. I would now like to welcome dear friend of the family, Marion Roman, to do a reading.
Thank you. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Be understanding to your enemies. Be loyal to your friends. Be strong enough to face the world each day. Be weak enough to know you cannot do everything alone. Be generous to those who need your help. Be frugal with what you need yourself. Be wise enough to know that you do not know everything. Be foolish enough to believe in miracles. Be willing to share our joys. Be willing to share the sorrows of others. Be a leader when you see a path others have missed. Be a follower when you are surrounded or shrouded by the mists of uncertainty. Be the first to congratulate an opponent who succeeds. Be the last to criticize a colleague who fails. Be sure of your final destination in case you are going the wrong way. Be loving to those who love you. Be loving to those who do not love you, and they may change. Above all, be yourself.
Our next prayer is the Misha Beirach, a prayer for healing. At this time, I ask you each to keep in your hearts those who are suffering, whether in body, mind, or spirit. Let us send our loving energy outward and pray for their healing and for them to know that they are not alone. We send these words to the people of the land of Israel, where our hearts stay. מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. מקור הברכה לאבותינו. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Our next prayer is the Mourner's Kaddish, which is a time to remember those we love who are no longer living. Though they are not with us physically, we feel their presence and love throughout our lives. Today we remember in particular Antonia's grandfather, Speed Vogel, her uncle Herb, and her Aunt Diane. We also keep in our hearts the victims of the terror attacks in Israel and the so many innocent lives lost to hate. May each of their memories be for a blessing. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'yamad divrach hirotei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, v'gala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ulamei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudasha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, and we can all say amen. We end our service now with the words of the Aleinu, a final prayer of thanks. Aleinu l'shabeach laton hakol, atei kedula liotzer brishit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, v'lo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam. V'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamalchim hakadosh baruch hu. V'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz, v'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad. We'd like to invite Walter Charnazon to give the prayer for Israel.
O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawnings of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love, spread over it the canopy of your peace, Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Amen. Please join us in singing Oseh Shalom, a prayer for peace. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, u'yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'yavo Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, u'yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'yavo Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'yavo Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'yavo Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, 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 yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'yavo Yisrael. V'imru, amen. At this time, we will, I'm gonna go grab it, do the motzi and the kiddush. It's real-time Judaism, people. Sometimes you gotta go get the challah. So we would love for Antonia's grandparents to do the blessing over the wine, the kiddush, and the motzi over the challah. We're going to finish our service with Am Yisrael Chai.